Hi everybody, my name is Jose Fernandez and this is my Stackathon project. Okay, so what you're looking at right now is the homepage for what ended up becoming a multi, kind of a three branch project because of my own fault. Originally, I was going to work on, I thought we had complete freedom, and I was going to work on a Pokemon card game in which a player traveled from town to town, and through the use of models and associations and API calls and requests, he was able to play against, and add to his collection of cards. Then I realized that we were supposed to be ambitious and work with new technologies. So that realization happened like I would say late Friday afternoon. So this was my Pokemon game that I was just working on originally, and this is not dummy data. This information for all of these Pokemon cards was fetched from Firebase. So Firebase is what I actually ended up learning. During my async week project, I was into data visualization, just realizing data and making graphical representations on screen for people to do whatever they want with. Statistics have always kind of like called me. So I learned all day Saturday, the rest of the time I had on Friday and all day Saturday, how to use Firebase Firestore, and I created a couple of collections. Is what we have here. Collections, or we can think of them as tables or databases. So here, we have cars. I'll explain this one. So here, these cars, I made them myself with my project. So if I go back to my React app, I'll start with the cars. So this was kind of my learning journey. This is the information being fetched, and we can, if we want to create a new one, we'll go with a, what do we have? Let's say Toyota. We'll go with light pink. Price $5. In stock, we'll say no. Somebody saw it, swiped it up. Okay. Unfortunately, I have to refresh my screen to do this. I didn't give it full functionality, and we can see the light pink Toyota car here. So yeah, this is all connected to the Firebase store. And if I refresh the screen, hopefully it's the first one, but if not, yeah, it's one of these. And this is one of the problems that I had with Firebase Firestore, the auto-generating ID. I was starting to learn about that, but then I realized that I had to go off of my learning and into my project. So that brings me to the Pokemon portion, which is what you guys all came here to see. So in the Pokemon game, I'll start with that. So again, this was supposed to be a game, a 1 or 2 player game originally, that a player collected cards and battled against the computer or second player and added to his collection, let's say. I'm still going to work on this, but at the moment, I didn't have enough time. I had basically 2 days or a day to design this. So all of this information was made through my app, basically through an API call of, I guess, this website here, this API, Poke API. And I grabbed the information, I then uploaded it to the Firebase store, and I decided to pull the information randomly from my Firebase store. So that's what we have here. You can figure out what it is and where this was going, but it's basically adding up the experience, or I guess their strength, and whoever has the highest total experience is the winner. Not that fun, and not really much of a game. Now, in my Pokedex, this was also part of my learning journey. So here we just have, and I wanted to give this way more functionality, but if we enter, say, Pikachu, enter, it pulls up all the information. So I believe the first 150, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know past 150. I don't even, oh, well, I know one. Cool, yeah, it does work for the ones past 150 as well. Anyway, what I was gonna do was go into CSS Grid and auto-populate the divs here to make it look cooler for my son. That's really why I got into this. I wanted to design a game, Pokemon game for my son that I was going to host here over our Wi-Fi connection so that he could play on his iPad and kind of leave me alone. So I ran into, of course, a few stumbling blocks. The main ones being having to switch ideas at the last minute, realizing that my original idea, while ambitious to me, wasn't ambitious enough for the guidelines. In terms of the future, I mean, as corny as it sounds, I did love what I was doing. I loved my weekend. It dragged and flew by at the same time. I did love that I designed this all in roughly 2 days. So while that may not be impressive to future me at the moment, I'm pretty happy with what I did. So my technologies again were what I learned how to use Create React App, Bootstrap, two things which I've never dove into before. Firebase, Firestore, and really I believe that that's it. So thank you so much. I'm sorry I went over, but yes, thank you very much.